By way of knockout, in his pro debut, the real big baby, Jared Anderson. Declaring the winner by way of technical knockout, still undefeated, the real big baby, Jared Anderson.
I know Jared Anderson is happy to be fighting before a main event this time. He had a long wait when we were at the Cosmopolitan on Thanksgiving Day weekend where he had to go after the main event, Oscar Valdez and Adam Lopez. So Jared, the real big baby Anderson in the white and gold trunks, Andrew Satderfield in the black, gray, and red trunks. And you heard Lupe mention it in the introductions, a 4-year reign at the U.S. National Championship, gold medalist for Anderson as an amateur, the #1 ranked heavyweight prospect in the United States.
You see Anderson coming out right behind that jab, trying to establish that jab high, low, putting a lot of pressure on his man Satderfield right now.
Satderfield, 25 years old, a professional for just 2 years. Coming off his last fight, June 15th in Quebec, Canada. He lost by second round TKO to the local favorite, Adam Braidwood. Anderson working off the jab. And again, strong jab from Anderson as he goes down to the body for the first time in this fight.
It's early yet, but you can see Jared Anderson is having his way.
Back down to the body with a left hand.
Satderfield is in a world of hurt right now.
Up at the count of 9, and Charlie Finch is going to let them continue for now as Anderson goes back to that strong jab. Again, just peppering Satderfield to the face with the jab, and then drops that left hand down to the body.
And you can see the face of Satderfield. Those jabs
and again down to the body with the left hook. 2 of them now.
Come right back when you're ready.
This corner calling for him to follow through with a right hand after he drops that left.
Satderfield has no answer right now. Ooh, good right hand there by Satderfield. Right on cue.
Blood coming from the nose and mouth of Satderfield here in round 1, as Jared Anderson is just having his way down to the body, both sides, and then up top. And
big shots upstairs.
Down for the second time in round 1 is Andrew Satderfield. And he has said no mas. Knockout number 3 for Jared, the real big baby Anderson, here in Turning Stone Casino recap, and this is the end of the fight after you caught that big left and a right hand.
Big hooks on both sides upstairs, coming down to the body, then back upstairs, really just having his way, like I said earlier in the round. Jared Anderson doing everything right. Started off with the jab, went to the body, put his man down. His man gets up, goes to the body, finishes off to the head.
Declaring the winner by way of technical knockout, still undefeated, the real big baby, Jared Anderson.
Everybody tested, quarantined at what they termed the bubble at the MGM Grand. And of course, as you know, fanless atmosphere, but you can be part of the noise tonight because we're using Hear Me Cheer, and you can use it on any device to have your voice heard live during our broadcast. You go to espn.hearmecheer.com, espn.hearmecheer.com, and we will use your reaction, your voice, as the fan noise for these fights.
Langston is a solid opponent, good sturdy stance, not a lot of power, decent jab. Oftentimes he'll flick it, but he should give the young fighter Jared Anderson a little bit of a test tonight.
I don't know if I believe that, Dre. I don't know if I believe that, Dre. He said in the fighter meeting, Langston, I'm talking about, that he only sparred one time,
look at Anderson.
7 rounds to get prepared for this match.
As Langston is opening up wide with those punches, and it was giving Anderson an avenue to deliver a right hand. Now he digs to the body, as does Langston. And there's a good body shot, right hand from the undefeated Ohio native. Raining down right hands for a moment. Big baby Jared Anderson.
It's hard to tell him that, Tim. He's 20. He's got all the first round knockouts. He's trying to get another one tonight.
3 straight first round knockouts, minutes ago in round number 1 here for Anderson. Undefeated American prospect, right uppercut reined in and split the guard there against Langston. And then he digs to the body with a right hand again and turns it into an uppercut and then lands a left hook. You know, it's such an intimate setting with this fanless atmosphere, and the sound of the thud of the punches is just dynamic, isn't it?
And Anderson right now, yes, he's having his way, but the thing is he's taking some offense from Langston on the way in. Good body
to the body, came back upstairs.
That shot right there is going to be
Anderson.
the difference maker in this fight. Yeah, Anderson is not just head hunting. He's going to the body, and that's going to catch up to Langston, even though this is only a 6-round fight. He's going to feel that.
And he was lifted up with a short uppercut after that, and then a sweeping left hook. Great combination by the young, talented Anderson.
Yeah, I like how Anderson dropped down as a big 6'4" fighter, 6 feet 4 inch fighter. So this is what I was talking about in the first round, fellas, that Langston will test Anderson. I'm not saying he'll go to distance. I'm not saying he's going to beat him. I'm not going that far. I'm saying he'll test him, and he'll take some shots, and he'll hit the young fighter back, and that's what you want for a young fighter.
Just want to clean up the CompuBox numbers that were being recalculated as I was looking at the screen there. To this point right now, Jared Anderson, he was 26 of 55 in the first round, 27 of 60 overall in power punch connects. That was a good example, though, with that combination we showed. And now you see some steady work. A guy who's, you know, naturally big to begin with, a guy who in many generations recently would have maybe ended up a defensive end in football, but he stayed the course and had boxing as part of his entire youth sports life. Has he fully even gotten his man strength to him yet at 20 years old? He's already 6'4", 236 and looks pretty good.
No. He looks good right now, but I don't mean this in a bad way, but he's still got a baby body. He's 20 years old. Let him get 23, 24, yes. 25. You get what you call man strength. It's a different look, and it's a different feel for the opponent. He's not there yet, but he's on his way.
Looking for that uppercut again as he wobbles back, as he gets Langston in trouble here. Half minute remaining in round number 2. Doubles up with the left hand to the body. Then goes with the right uppercut and that left hook combination that you enjoyed earlier. Anderson with a 51-32 connect advantage to this point. You know, we asked him the other day what makes him different from the other heavyweight prospects, and he said his speed and his agility. But the other thing he said, Timmy, is his mind. He has a lot of confidence in his boxing IQ.
You know, that's what it takes to be a great fighter. You gotta have a great mind. He's switching southpaw right now, showing us a different look. But he's also taking a few shots. So he's starting to get a little bit better with his defense.
That southpaw stance, he digs with the right hand to the body. There's that left hand power.
Anderson got hit with a shot because he's landing good body shots, Tess, but he's raising right back up into the punch. And a guy like Langston knows that, and he's catching Anderson on the way out.
Langston clearly affected by that left hand moments ago. Digging to the body, then comes upstairs. Halfway through round number 3, Langston looks very weak on his feet. Bent over right now as Anderson is plowing into that flank. Trying to land an uppercut, see if he can close the show. Langston does not look good at all. That is it. TKO victory, Jared Anderson, round number 3.
Here we see Anderson's got Langston in the corner, and he's just pounding on him. I would have liked to see Anderson take a half step back to give himself some room. He didn't do it. That'll come up the road. In the meantime, he's just beating on his opponent to the body, to the head. Referee Jay Nady saw enough.
So Jared Anderson is now 4-0 with 4 knockouts.
Declaring the winner by technical knockout from Toledo, Ohio, Jared, the real Big Baby Anderson!
Back on October 26th of last year when Shakur Stevenson won his world title. Then he gained a lot of...
You know, sometimes, you know, when you're new to the game, you know, you've been an amateur for a long time.
He's a big kid. He's 6'4", 240 pounds. You don't have to throw hard. Just get the punches in there, and they're going to do damage.
Right hand to the body from Anderson.
Down.
And a knockdown scored halfway through round 1.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Done.
Perez is done. And Anderson has himself a first-round knockout and a mighty big smile.
He didn't look for a knockout. The knockout just came. You see right here, he just came behind the jab, just placed a shot right to the side and came right back to the head with a right hand and a left hook. Took his time, got distance, landed another shot behind the head, and that's what did it. Beautiful sequence of punches. Here we see again, came behind the jab. That's the key point. Set that shot up. His opponent was covering himself up, trying to protect himself. Anderson was patient. That's the shot. He was patient enough to get that shot in. Down goes Perez, and fight over.
Declaring your winner by technical knockout, Jared, the real Big Baby Anderson!
Last night, going up against the Hirsute Rodney Hernandez, who's coming off a TKO loss. He wants to try to get rounds here. He said, I don't want to end this fight too early.
Anderson ain't seen a style like this one. Hernandez is a come-forward fighter, you know, and he's been very successful.
Waiting on that right hand was Anderson. Now trying to work behind the jab. Half step forward, sends it out. Anderson, 6'4" frame, carrying 247 pounds. Doubles up that left hand, and then Hernandez sends back one of his own on the inside, looking to turn over that hook.
I think the one thing that Anderson needs to do that he hasn't done this round is start going to the body. You don't have to throw anything hard down there, but every chance you get inside, just stab something in the gut, get something around the arms.
Come on, guys, hands free. Let him go, let him go.
Gets underneath that elbow and then splits the guard with an uppercut.
Tess, I personally think that the reason why I like Anderson so much is that, you know, we see he can fight off his back foot, he can fight in the inside, he can come forward as well.
Had one of the best jabs in the sport of boxing all time. He used to call his jab Big Jack. That's what Anderson needs. He needs to pick up Big Jack.
I don't know, I ain't giving him that. Hernandez don't have anything for him. Hernandez is just trying to maul him. Get close, make it rough and tough. He's here to do a job.
In the bubble when Shakur Stevenson fought in the main event. And now, closing seconds of round 3 as he digs with a left hand in his career, the real big baby is going to see round 4.
So he's going to start slowing down.
And fighting at that length of Anderson means you're at the end of a long jab. And some punches coming behind it, like that left hand that wobbled him. Now blood coming from the nose of Rodney Hernandez. Just ate a right hand. Now he goes with the left hand and splits the guard. Hernandez only knows one way, and that is to come forward. He does so with a left of his own before retreating and eating a big left hand from the real big baby, who scores the knockdown there. And this fight is over. Punishment taken in round number 4. 6 for 6 to start the career of Jared Anderson.
There it is again, nice jab, set him up. Nice little uppercut right there. A left uppercut by Anderson, land right on the chin of Hernandez. Put him on the canvas. Good shot, nice blinding shot right there. You know, Dre said something, he said everything off the jab.
Declaring your winner by technical knockout, Jared, the real big baby, Anderson.
5 times. This will be his 6th fight over the past 12 months. And even though he's coming off the first loss of his career, a guy, as Manuk mentioned, with punching power, both of these fighters with 6 wins, both 6 knockouts. And Manuk, you mentioned it, but neither really tested in terms of distance, as this one's scheduled for 6 rounds. Wouldn't be surprised if we don't get anywhere close to that. In 6 fights, 11 rounds.
So if anyone's knocking on the door right now asking for candy, you might want to stick around and watch this fight.
His 7 pro fights has only fought 15 rounds. And now at age 20, you mentioned it, Manuk, but has really taken advantage of this bubble situation, fighting for the 4th time here and landing that big overhand right, starting to make a name for himself as the punishment is being delivered at the hands of Anderson. Luis Pe&ntilde curling up and taking it, and gets hit with another left hook.
Putting it on Pe&ntilde right now because he stopped him in his tracks. Pe&ntilde went, put his backs on the ropes, and he was taking the punches, and Pe&ntilde's not throwing back right now. This doesn't look good already 90 seconds into this fight. Anderson's having a field day.
Back-to-back left hooks and overhand right. Pe&ntilde not even throwing punches, just taking it from Anderson. A huge left hook from Anderson lands. Pe&ntilde wobbled with 1:15 to go here in the first round. Pe&ntilde completely outmatched so far, as Anderson just continues waiting for referee Mike Ortega to step in. Ortega, a long look at Luis Pe&ntilde as he backs into the ropes again.
This does not look good for Pe&ntilde. He might as well be a punching bag right now for Anderson.
Anderson stalking, going down to the body, back-to-back hooks. A warning from Ortega on the low blow. Back to the body with the jab from Anderson. And it's just all big baby Anderson here in the first round, as Luis Pe&ntilde just trying to get to the bell.
You gotta do something, kid. Gotta do something.
You hear the voice of Ortega, the referee, saying, Pe&ntilde, you've got to do something. He has not done anything. Why Ortega has let it go this far, I have no idea.
This fight could have been stopped a minute ago. Pe&ntilde is wobbling around.
Absolutely no reason for this fight to continue. It ends about a minute and a half late, but it ends with what was inevitable, and that's what we saw with Jared Anderson against Luis Pe&ntilde.
Yeah, Jared, you mentioned manager. Jared Anderson's career.
Declaring your winner by technical knockout, Jared, the real big baby, Anderson.
American heavyweight, too much, too soon on Jared Anderson.
No, what's the biggest problem in boxing? Fighters you don't know, fighters you don't care about. For Anderson, the hype.
Being the undefeated pro prospect, Guido Vianello. Oh, there's an exchange, and Ebeh came with a straight left hand as they opened up. Anderson goes to the body with the jab.
Who doesn't have a lot of boxing experience, but that's what makes him dangerous. He's crude, he's awkward, and he's willing to fight. So let's see how Anderson responds to some early adversity.
He throws punches at odd angles. See him switch from southpaw to orthodox right in front of Anderson. Then all of a sudden he'll just explode with a big shot. So
you can see blood coming from the nose of Kingsley Ebeh as Jared Anderson able to get that right hand in big.
He hurt him with that.
6'4", 276-pounder. Anderson goes to the body, goes back up top with a right hand. Significant amount of blood now coming from the nose of Ebeh.
There it is.
But that's what
Combination and return fire from Ebeh.
That's what he's got to be careful for, that wide, awkward shot that Ebeh loves to throw.
Work the body, bring those hands down on the big man and break him down. Be selective with his shots like he's doing right now.
Dre, Tim mentions the lack of overall experience for Kingsley Ebeh.
That could be problemsome. So he's got to, and I'm talking to Anderson, just has to be disciplined and patient.
It's interesting, we saw the corner of Jared Anderson. Bernardo, it included the pound-for-pound #1 fighter in the world, Bud Crawford. What are they saying?
Well, Daryl O'Reilly said, I know that Jared sees the openings I'm seeing, but I need him to settle down.
Without getting hit with the wild shots that he's been hit with so far. And he's only gotten caught with 2 shots, but they were big shots.
Off balance that time as he missed with the right hand. Ebeh tried to come back with a right of his own. Non-conforming, constantly switching stances is Ebeh.
Yeah, he broke a rule. You're not supposed to throw a shot from that angle, but he throws it.
Brother and his mom in the course of the past 10+ years. As a college football player at Washburn University.
You see the little antics for both fighters, both guys trying to figure things out. But, you know, Anderson is systematically beating on Ebeh, slowly breaking him down
for the duration of this fight.
And I believe that Anderson is, and that's the reason why you're seeing the single jabs by him. He's trying to get Ebeh to throw and get off balance so he can catch him on the way in.
Watch your feet. Watch your feet.
Good
That's
shot.
exactly what he was setting up right there. With his offense, and then boom, make him pay.
There's a big smile on the face of the undefeated 21-year-old Ohio native, Jared Anderson. Oh, to be 21 years old and in a cash-heavy heavyweight division.
I see later in this fight, I see the right hand coming over the top and the right hand.
Parker and Usyk, who's a cruiserweight undisputed champion, moving up to heavyweight.
Jared Anderson, because nobody expects Ebeh to win this fight. Give us a reason to get behind you. Give us a reason to support you. So sometimes winning is not just enough. He said, hey, you won't do anything, I won't do anything.
Not an easy guy to fight face, man. You know, he's a guy that has punching power. He's a guy that explode at any moment with a shot.
Good time for Anderson to pick up his left hand, pick up his jab, not just to the head, but to the body.
Fight of the year has been between Mexican fighters, and that world championship fight at 130 pounds.
Quickness, speed, and flair. He doesn't lumber around like a typical heavyweight.
Of a middleweight, and it was Jared Anderson who was his chief sparring partner when he got ready for Deontay Wilder. Could be his first distance fight. 7 knockouts in his 7 wins.
Keep doing what you're doing and get the decision win, but if there's opportunity to step it up and close the show, you should do that, and I think there is opportunity for Anderson. He has to be smart, and I can't say that enough, but there is opportunity.
Just tagged him with a right hand.
Mean a few seconds ago.
2-punch combination from Jared.
What you're saying is that he just need to get a little bit more consistent with his jab and start piecing punches together instead of throwing one shot at a time.
And Anderson will be in range to get hit.
Needs to keep piecing them together.
Significant amount of blood now coming from both the nose and the mouth. 6th and final round. Can Jared Anderson keep the knockout streak alive? 3-punch combination.
Jeez.
More work from that jab of Anderson.
Good shot.
Russell Mora is telling Kingsley Ebeh, you got to show me something. He's thinking about stopping the fight with the damage Ebeh is taking. Big guy, former football player, 6'4", 276, and he's absorbing a lot of punishment, and a big left hand will end the night. Jared Anderson, 8 for 8, explosive finish.
He's still out, Joe. He's still out.
Hurt bad. You know, Anderson being very smart right there, feigning before he actually attacked. Nice block right there, and came back with offense and caught him with a nice Beautiful short left hook in the inside, right on the chin. Ebeh was pretty much ready to go, you know, and we said early on that he had to get a little more consistent with his offense, and if he gets a little bit more consistent with his offense, he could get the stoppage.
Yeah, he closed the show just like we said, and you can see in the eyes of Ebeh that he was ready to go, but, you know, he's been around the game long enough to know how to survive, and Anderson didn't give him that opportunity. A great step back, beautiful right hand to the top of the head, and a left hook that literally turned the lights out of Ebeh. That was the SportsCenter type 10 shot, top 10 shot that we were talking about.
Oh, you are going to see that everywhere. That right hand to the temple.
For your winner by knockout, Jared, the real big baby, Anderson.
Don't expect him to get much out of this, do we, Tim?
Okay.
I don't expect it at all, you know, and people can criticize who has a lot of experience in front of him.
Listen, in this day and age, as we're coming out of the back end of the pandemic, just simply staying active as a fighter.
Body type that Jared has, but you always got to be cautious when you're facing a guy like that. He can be very sneaky.
Goes to the body, that soft body.
That's a win for him in essence. So Anderson can't allow that to happen. He's got to stay focused just like he's doing right now.
The steady work from that jab from patient Jared Anderson.
Professional's mindset at this level is whether I'm facing a guy that I think I should have my way with or whether I'm facing a guy who's supposed to beat me.
I can tell you one mistake that Jared Anderson is doing. He's fighting on the inside. Now he finally got his foot on the outside, and that's why you see the body shot lands right there for him. His fight's over.
And now he sends his second right hand, his third right hand to the body, and that scores a knockdown. That right hand to the body by Anderson.
5, 6.
Tim, you saw it coming.
7.
And sure enough.
9.
He's had 5 first-round knockouts. He's had a third-round knockout, a fourth-round knockout, a sixth-round knockout that we just saw against Ebeh.
This is also why you don't want to play around, and I'm not saying Anderson is doing that, but he doesn't want to get into a space where he's having his way.
Down.
Same spot.
Go.
You want to get him out of there.
3.
Another right hand to that soft body,
5,
and Jeremiah
6,
is shaking his head.
7.
Might
8,
be
He
it.
is saying no
9,
more.
10.
That's it. Too much, he said.
Fighter like Carpency, you want to get him out of there. Jared Anderson did just that. Well-placed body shot. If you're at home sitting on the couch, that doesn't look like much, but if you're Carpency, you feel it. It takes your legs away. It takes your breath away, and it literally makes you say what he told the referee. This is just too much.
No
so
mas.
It's not, you know, we didn't expect much from Carpency. I think boxing fans have to understand that you have to take fights like this from time to time, especially on the way up. The heavyweight division, there's a limited amount of opponents, to your point, Tim, and Jared Anderson wants to stay busy. So you'll get some fights like this, but then you'll get fights like his last fight where he's taking a major risk, and I'm sure he'll have a better opponent moving forward.
Mark Chinook will make it a
Your winner by knockout, Jared, the real big baby, Anderson.
But you look over at Teslenko, and he's only 213 pounds, but it is on a tall frame. Anderson goes 240.
Anderson choosing to come out in the southpaw stance. I told you he's ambidextrous. He can actually fight both ways.
There's a left hand to the body, left hand upstairs as well. Very accurate early on from that southpaw stance. Teslenko comes firing back.
Watch his feet.
Right hand to the body from the Ukrainian.
Teslenko has a great right hand. Quick on the trigger with it. He does it upstairs and he does it downstairs, as you can see.
Think about that European styles. They don't cock the right hand. They just shoot it right where it is. And oftentimes American fighters aren't ready for it because they're used to seeing it before it comes, not when you're facing a guy with this kind of ability.
Oh, there it is again.
Ooh, comes at short range.
That last shot from Anderson got Teslenko's attention for sure.
And that right hand, as many of his right hands, left hand, as many of them do.
Ooh. Ooh. Jared got caught right there.
Yeah, when it crosses that threshold to the inside, that's happened twice now.
I like what Anderson is doing. He's not just reaching for the head. He's taking that left hand.
USA chant has started up here at Madison Square Garden as this place is now filling up in anticipation for Lomachenko and Comey.
Of Teslenko. There it is.
Combination from Jared Anderson sends Teslenko back. Fun to have the heavyweights in the ring at MSG, isn't it? Boxing back in the big room. Good finish by Anderson at the end of one. With 9 knockouts. But based on this year, 6-0 this year, and sensational every time out, Tim, many believe he will be named Prospect of the Year.
No doubt in my mind he was going to be Prospect of the Year. And you got to account also for the age. And not only is he busy, but he's a young prospect. And putting on performances like that, I mean, it was a well-matched fight. Don't get me wrong.
Hey, Timmy, I thought Keyshawn was a Prospect of the Year.
No, not yet. He's in my top 10 already.
Okay, all right.
I'll let you know that.
All right, thank you, man. Just get it straight.
In that first round, Jared Anderson had a 30-10 connect advantage.
Anderson's corner told him to settle down, and those were the right instructions because he took some unnecessary shots. Teslenko's not a guy that you just don't respect. So you see Anderson being a little bit more deliberate this round.
Heavyweight from Toledo, Ohio, Dre, who's gotten rid of all 10 opponents.
Well, I could tell right away, Anderson definitely watching film. We discussed it a little bit in the fighter meeting, and I said, well, champ, what did you see? And he said, well, he does have some heart. And I said, I don't think so.
Right hand, left hand, Teslenko crumbles to the ground.
6, 7, 8, 9. Walk to me. That's it.
Yep.
It is over. I mean, that was pure power from Jared Anderson. 11-0. 11 knockouts.
It's a beautiful finish from Anderson, just taking his time, jabbing, blinding Teslenko so he land that big shot. That shot, he threw that shot in the first round but wasn't able to land it. Here we see again, just a flick, eyes closed from Teslenko. He thought another jab was coming, but it was a right hand to the temple. And then you see the big man go down, and you see Anderson, Teslenko, he got up, but he was done. And that was a great stoppage from the referee. But again, it was set up. It was intentional, and he was mindful about what he was doing, and this is the kind of results you get.
Big baby. See you right there on the mouthpiece.
At 1 minute 33 seconds of round number 2 for your winner by technical knockout and still junior NABF heavyweight champion, Jared the Real Big Baby Anderson.
We didn't want to talk about that at all. Bottom line, 259 days away. What do you expect?
Well, we're going to find out in this first round if there's any ring rust from Jared Anderson. A lot of times it's physical, mental.
Rob Channon making his U.S. debut. Arrived here in Oklahoma a week ago. Comes sweeping in with a wide right hand against Jared Anderson.
Using his feet to create angles. And countering Jared. Jared's keeping his head on the line. Jared has to move his head off that line so it don't continue to get hit.
Now from that orthodox stance, you see him pulling out that long left jab, going to the body consistently with it. It was a second round thudding combination that finished off Alexander Teslenko.
Tess, I don't see a whole lot of ring rust from Anderson. He's already making way with the right hand. Not only is his jab starting to land, his right hand, his power shots are starting to land.
Rob Channon's just getting out of the way of that right hand. Rob Channon, last loss was in 2018. His 2 losses in his career. He's won 5 straight since then. But the opponents have upside down records. Record of 53, 72, and 2 for those 5 wins. Anderson getting a little rough on the inside.
Beautiful, nice, stiff jab.
Right back to it. Snapping it out. Switching stances as well.
He's moving when he has to. Every now and then he'll sneak and try to counter.
Returns fire
like
on the inside.
That's exactly it. That's exactly what he needs to do. Because Anderson, once Anderson punches, he stays there. He stays in place. He doesn't move his position.
Well, Channon tried to be the aggressor with Jared Anderson's back up against the ropes. Martin roped Channon. In fact, Martin, his father, at 51 years old, had a fight this past year.
51 years old, having fights.
This is his 28-year-old son in here against Jared Anderson.
Of Channon, you can see his instincts. He definitely knows what he's doing inside the ring. And he's not here to lay down. He's actually in here trying to fight and win. He's not spooked by Anderson like a lot of his opponents that get in the ring with him.
Hey, you're going to travel this far? You're going to take on this kind of challenge? You may as well go for it, right?
That's what you're in there to do, Tess. You're in there to win.
Of course, in this division, we've seen it through the years with intimidators like Jared Anderson, who are at this stage of their career. There are guys who have lost the fight before the opening bell against opponents like that. So he's trying to be as game as could be. Body work from Anderson and return fire from Rope Channon. As it continues. Digs in, just step to it instead of going with the jab. He just turned it over on the inside, that short little underneath hook. Another big body shot. Damaging left hand comes in. And a knockdown scored in the final seconds of round number 2.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
What a beatdown. Another knockout victory for Jared Anderson. In the world, Jared Anderson.
Now, this is pretty much target practice right there. You see Channon trying to block that body work. But Jared Anderson locating the head. Once you go down to the body, you get your opponent protecting his body, the head definitely will be open. Nice, short, tight left hook right there on the inside from Anderson. And then the follow-up, the fact that he can fight from any position, it doesn't matter which way his opponent goes. He never has his back to his opponent because he can fight from the southpaw stance in any position. There he is in the southpaw position. Beautiful skinny left or skinny right down the middle right there. There it is, skinny right, boom. Beautiful shot right there from Jared Anderson.
For your winner by knockout, Jared, the real big baby Anderson.
Derry Riley with him, of course, Kay
Ten
Karoma.
rounds. I'm going over the rules in the dressing room. I expect you to obey my commands at all times. Most of all, protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves, good luck.
You want to see how the young Jared Anderson fares against a guy like this and compare that to the other guys, the other big names that Forrest has fought.
Southpaw versus southpaw. Don't get that very often. I was wondering which stance Jared was going to fight in. Oh, there it is. And I say there it is because the habit that I've seen with Jared is he leans back. He tends to get off offense, stays on the line, and pulls straight back. And Forrest understands that.
Forrest wide swinging, testing the young Anderson. Now back to the jab for Jared Anderson. Forrest throwing that left hand on the inside. Jared goes to the inside and throws to the body. Forrest comes back with another left hand.
So any low points in Jared's offense, especially when he gets close to Forrest, Forrest is trying to just hit him with anything he can. Oh, nice right hand right there.
A long jab from Anderson. And there's a right hand that comes in from Jared Anderson, and now he jumps on Forrest. Forrest punches between punches with a left hand that scores, but Jared Anderson right back on it, battering him in that neutral corner. Forrest covering up. Anderson letting those hands go. Right hand comes in, another big right hand. Jared Anderson scoring well against Forrest here in a very active heavyweight first round. Forrest covering up, eats a left hook. Anderson digging in. Uppercut, body shots. Forrest trying to fight his way out of this situation. And Anderson so active. That youthful energy, punch after punch. Backs him up again. Forrest clearly affected after the last minute of punishment. Jared Anderson, big opening round. Let's see if he gets after it to open up this second round. He has 4 second-round knockouts among his 12. 12-0, 12 knockouts. The next great heavyweight, according to everybody. There's a right hand that comes in. What a pace he set. And for a heavyweight. Off balance was Forrest, and he ate a right hand afterwards.
Forrest is not out of the woods, right? And that if he steps up the pace in a smart way, he can get the referee to possibly stop this fight.
This is exactly what Jared Anderson's corner said. They said as soon as Forrest lands a punch on him, he gets upset, he gets angry, he gets mad, and he takes all of his anger that's built up inside out on his opponent.
Big right hand splits the guard. Tried to sweep to the body.
Another good flurry in the referee. He's just looking for a good reason because Forrest took a lot of punishment. He's known for taking a lot of punishment, but how much can one guy take? He's standing on his feet, but essentially he probably was knocked out twice in that last round and just stood up.
Look at the ropes is holding him up right now.
That's right. He's trying to use the ropes. He's trying to use the corner. Digs in. Good double up with the left hand.
Oh, my goodness.
Body shot comes in from Big Baby Jared Anderson.
Here comes the doctor. They're looking for a reason. Anderson has to give it to him.
But look at the pace that Anderson, no, he can box, but look at the pace that he's fighting at.
Oh, big shot comes in. This fight is over. Jared Anderson stomping his way to victory. Chopped down the Forrest. Jerry Forrest done in 2. Think about this guy. Here he is.
He just needed to get Forrest in the right shot. That's the right hand right there. Stood him up. Another shot on the top of the head. That pretty much had Forrest out on his feet. And it's the right stoppage at the right time. He switched up his game. He threw a lot more punches in that first round. He didn't need to do that this time around. He let the punishment soak in, and now just the right shot will get us to go home.
And he came out in the first round in the southpaw stance. Then he switched orthodox. That shows you how versatile he is. He's versatile. And the amount of punches that he threw, and the punching powers you got to deal with, the reflexes, and just that toughness right there. That's the difference. That's what I'm looking for in a heavyweight.
For your winner by technical knockout, and now the WBO Intercontinental and Silver USNBC Heavyweight Champion, Jared, the real Big Baby Anderson.
He is so entertaining.
Hey, gentlemen, let's get the box 10 rounds. Most of all, protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves, good luck.
Only to find out he was involved in a car accident with his team yesterday. A motorist ran a stop sign, T-boned the car that Jared was in. Fortunately, he was not hurt, but he was really bothered by it. Tell us about George Arias and what you expect out of him against Big Baby.
Tons of movement. You know, he reminded me of Mike Tyson when I watched him on film. So tons of movement, active with his hands when he gets busy. But he's going to be extremely defensive tonight. And Jared's going to have to hunt him down, cut him off to be able to knock him out.
Tyson, you say because of the movement, but not because of the power. 7 knockouts among his 18 fights. 6'4", good frame, very athletic. Puts the right hand behind it that time against the movement of Arias.
Arias trying to buy his time right now. I mean, he's trying to take a look, trying to gauge the speed and his distance. He's trying to get comfortable, make himself comfortable to be able to let his hands go. Right now, he feels that heat coming from Anderson, and he's not willing to commit.
There's that steady jab we saw moments ago. Right back to it is Anderson. So many times you think about the heavyweight division, some of the athletes and the big men that we see that have blossomed in recent years. Late to boxing, a big man who is in another sport, finds his way to boxing, finds success. Not the case with Anderson. Lifelong boxer. You can see the amateur pedigree and how much things are ingrained. Here his team saying, stay on that stick, utilize the jab. High sweeping right hand, goes to the body with the right hand. Timmy, it was interesting to hear the contrast in the corners here of our heavyweight fight between Jared Anderson and George Arias. In the corner of Arias, Leon Washington said, hey, listen, you got to fight. You just got to fight. He was only 3 of 14 in his total punches. Meanwhile, Derry Riley, the longtime trainer of Jared Anderson, says, you're not going to hear me say much. Don't worry about it. You just keep doing that with the jab. You're going to find a home for things.
I just spoke with Leon Washington, and part of what he was saying in the corner was fight like Frazier. Get in there and make it a fight. And it reminded me of Major League when he said, hit like Mays, run like Hayes. Well, he looks like Ali, but he needs to fight like Frazier.
Yeah, he needs to bob and weave and throw a left hook like that. Just lunge with it and see what can be accomplished. That was a little Frazier-esque. But in that first round, Anderson was 17 of 51. Unlike the first round, Timmy, that we saw back on Heisman night, in Jared Anderson against the veteran in Jerry Forrest, land 54 of 114 punches thrown. A heavyweight throwing 114 punches.
But you know why he can do that, right? Most heavyweights are fat and lazy. They don't want to run. They don't want to go on that road work. Well, this young man, he runs for fun, Tess. He'll put in 6-7 miles of road work every single morning.
You can see the results when you look at his body in that frame at 6'4", checked in at 247 pounds on the scale yesterday.
See that lean back right there? That's just extremely dangerous, especially when you're fighting against a taller opponent that has longer arms. Arias came close right there. He nipped the temple of Anderson, but again, I'm not worried about it. It's not a whole lot of power on those shots.
He comes swinging with that lunging left hook again. Back to the jab. Try to come over the top with a right-handed Arias.
Tess, it might take one of those shots to wake up Anderson and put him into third or fourth gear.
Here's that lead left hook from Arias. Uppercut, left hook combination. You were calling that out moments ago, Tim.
Yeah, that's the shot that he wants. I mean, when his trainer asked, he's like, did you see it? Yeah, he laughed. Yes, he saw it. The uppercut is available for Anderson. And the reason why it's available is because Arias is leaning forward. You know, he's bobbing and weaving and, you know, moving side to side. But when he decides to attack or try to commit, he leans forward first and then he throws a punch. There it is again. He leans forward. That uppercut will be placed there real soon.
Anderson throwing out that southpaw jab. Right-handed fighter, but naturally left-handed. And now digging that right hand to the body from that southpaw stance. We haven't seen that in the last 5 opponents for Jared Anderson. Each of the last 5 was dismissed in the second round. But here is George Arias, originally from the Dominican Republic, fights out of the Bronx. The Gentleman is his nickname. 18-0 with 7 knockouts. 5'11" against the big-framed 6'4" Jared Anderson. Coming up next will be our main event. Shakur Stevenson, that is coming up next.
Tess, you know the kid in the classroom that gets bored and the curriculum is not tough enough for him and he goofs off.
Yeah, they go on to be boxing broadcasters.
That's what you're seeing right now. You know, Anderson, to me, he's fighting kind of like a daisical. He's taking his time, but he's bored.
Tim, last week, you, Andre, Mark Kriegel, Bernardo, and myself were sitting back and we were watching Anthony Joshua's fight.
Yes.
At one point, we then went on the air and you said you felt that the Anthony Joshua you were watching that Jared Anderson would be ready for that kind of guy now.
Right now.
Do you stick by that statement?
I stick by that statement. You know, I believe that Anthony Joshua is no longer competing. He's doing it for the money. And the reason why I say that is because his performance beforehand, when he fought against Usyk, he had a better performance against Usyk. Wow, big shots right there.
Short thudding shots from Anderson. Arias absorbing punishment and has to tie up.
Had a better performance against Usyk. Then he changed his trainers, and he has the worst performance, I believe, of his career. No sense of urgency whatsoever. Inexperience from Arias. I know he's undefeated. I see the record, but I mean, you look at the guys that he's faced. He hasn't faced much stiff competition, and it's showing right here.
Right hand to the body, combination with the right hook, and then the left uppercut. Anderson clipping him. Arias in trouble against the ropes. Right hand comes in. Arias stands up to it, but he's going to be wobbling back. Look at how unsteady he is getting back to that corner.
He cut the ring off. So Anderson did. Cut the ring off, started landing, switch southpaw. You know, he can fight from southpaw or orthodox. But then he takes a small little angle right there to be able to land that left uppercut right up the middle, splitting that guard. And you see the funny walking back here to his corner. Beautiful shot right on the chin, splitting that guard. Take that jab right there, then a follow-up shot right there. Then clipped him high on the head.
The two left hands.
Had him out of, I mean, he had him out of sorts.
Tim, the two left hands that came from short range. Listen to these. It doesn't take much. That's it. George Arias was pleading with his corner, Leon Washington, to give him another round. Leon said, no, no. And there's how it ended. To put forth damage. Jared Anderson from just 6 inches away on the inside.
Ladies and gentlemen, here inside the Prudential Center, Newark, New Jersey, the blue corner informs referee David Fields at the conclusion of round number 3 that their fighter could no longer continue. Therefore, your winner by technical knockout, and now the WBO International and US WBC heavyweight champion from Toledo, Ohio, Jared, the real big baby, Anderson.
It's time to test Jared Anderson in his hometown.
So that's what you're seeing right there.
Stab jab from Jared Anderson. If you've got a jab, I've got a better jab. And there's that Martin trying to set up that second backhand. It's Jared Anderson stepping on the foot of Charles Martin and then steps on the gas with a right hook to the chin. There's a quick combination from Jared Anderson, who said, look, you see the respect of Anderson for the experience of Charles Martin early in this fight. Oh, Jared gets clipped there with a straight left from Martin, and then we see the action here picking up in the final seconds of the opening round.
But he's got to break Martin down incrementally.
Nice jab there from the veteran Martin. What is going to happen when they finally get hit by a real heavyweight punch? But right now the question is, but so far Anderson staying within himself and setting up the shots like he did there with the 1-2.
Martin really doesn't need to be moving like this.
That right hand sends Martin reeling back. Martin has to hold it. Anderson not giving him any room to do so. Anderson was this right hand straight on the chin of Charles Martin, followed up by that left hook.
Too quick, too athletic. Good shot right there from Martin.
You see the power of Jared Anderson, even when those are glancing shots on the head of Charles Martin.
So he must feel good.
Oh, that right hand drops Martin here in round number 3. Martin complains that their feet got tangled.
Yeah, switch to the southpaw stance to try to create new openings for himself. You see Jared Anderson right there slipping this shot. Throws the left hand, sees something coming, slips a shot and counters in between. You see the wrist balled up there or bent back. He didn't get a chance to turn that all the way over. If he would have turned it over, it probably would have been lights out. A nice cupping shot right there from Jared Anderson to produce that knockdown.
in this fight and in this moment what he needs to do. Be economical, be smart, and make every shot count.
Yeah, but he's looking for the long haul. He's not looking for the short haul. He's thinking about 6, 7, 8. Look at Jared is still somewhat fresh right now. His reflexes on point.
Leverage, and that allows Anderson to load up the big shot.
That was a left from Martin, but then Anderson comes back with a flurry of punches, and now he's walking down the former world champion who misses over the top.
Because when he does throw, this is what typically happens. A counter from Jared Anderson. Right now, it's the Jared Anderson show.
Yep, and what did I tell you? You put that pressure on this guy, I'm telling you, soft in the middle. He don't like it. Ding dong.
For Martin, I suggest he let his hands go.
Oh. You see Anderson starting to heat up here in the 4th round.
Not moving backwards. He's looking to stand his ground.
That's what he's got to do.
Stand in the center of the ring right now.
What you're seeing, it's amazing to me, is what is Martin's best hope? The left hand. And he slipped it. Jared has slipped it just about every single time. There it goes again.
Finally, we see that left land for Anderson. I mean, on Anderson, and Martin finally lets his hands go, but there's always an answer from the real big baby, who once again gets tagged by the left of the former world champion.
He knows that he's going to try to throw wild shots. He said every 15, 20 seconds, I got to be ready for a big, desperate shot.
The left eye of Charles Martin starts to swell here, and that's the last thing you want to happen if you're the former champion.
And all that's going to do is wake Jared
Anderson. Big 1-2 from Charles Martin, who now goes to the body.
He got buzzed.
Let's see how he responds.
Pull straight back.
Not expecting Martin to throw. Martin threw the jab, came behind the jab, and landed with full force.
Got him in trouble. Pulling straight back. Got him in trouble. Woke him up, though.
There it is, Jared Anderson on shaky legs, and he's fighting on instinct, not intelligence here. Martin was dangerous early in the fight. A big left long hand from Charles Martin. And Jared Anderson looks up at the clock. There's still 50 seconds, and it's landing at will for Charles Martin here. The clock is Jared Anderson's best friend and enemy. But Martin, if he keeps throwing, he's going to keep connecting because Anderson's legs are not under him yet.
He's got to tighten up, and with his feet in place, that's how he got caught, and that's how he's going to get caught again.
He got clipped again! And Anderson showing a huge chin here in the 5th round. The most desperation he's seen in his entire 15-fight career is happening right now in his hometown.
Maybe he needs to revive from the last round. Yes, in that last round. Threw a ton of punches. Oh!
What a counter right hand from Charles Martin. Now it's the right landing.
He stands his ground or when he's coming forward?
What I say early on, yes. His athleticism was coming through.
Charles Martin's nickname may be the Prince, but today he's asking the questions as he lands another right hand.
Right now, Martin, by his midsection, he's protecting. That hurt him. There's another right hand. Jared notices it too.
Ooh, nice one from Jared Anderson, who wakes up here in round 6. Charles Martin told us in the fighter meetings, I've never seen Jared go to plan B. I'm going to ask that question, and Jared, for the first time, will see round 7. The key to your offense, and you can throw it down to the body like Jared did. You can throw it to the face like he does there.
Still opportunity for Anderson.
Ooh, nice body shot.
That hurt
from Martin.
I ain't going to show you hurt me. I'm coming forward.
That left hand to the head of Anderson also landed as he lands a right hand of his own. In the 7th round of a scheduled 10-rounder, his homecoming fight, first headliner, first time up against a former champion, and he starts with a lead right and follows up with a left.
See, that was smart from Jared right there. That's IQ. He attacked Martin on the cross step. If you look at Martin's footwork,
that's a nice right hand from Anderson. Uncharted waters for Jared Anderson.
Good shot.
As he's now in deep waters against Charles Martin. Those body shots open up the head shots for Jared Anderson.
It's about to get ugly right now. I'm sensing something. Oh,
how about that?
Yeah, I'm
the
sensing
2-1.
it. I'm feeling the energy right now of Martin.
Ooh, that was a straight shot from Martin as Anderson was loading up. Take him to the end of round number 8 and give him the energy he needs. That's where I want to take over.
Ooh, Martin now took a page out of Jared's book. He said, okay, I can land my shots too to the body.
Ooh, Ooh, nice left hand there from Jared. Ooh, there's a right and a left hand from Jared Anderson. It looked like Martin wanted to touch gloves or something.
Young man's in shape.
Oh, nice left from Charles Martin to put him to the test. But Martin was throwing it in the 5th round. He's not throwing it anymore. There's that short left hook from Anderson that has really come on for him in the last couple of rounds. Lead right followed by the left. The activity. Jared Anderson here evident as he clips Martin coming in.
That he knows the hometown fans want to see a knockout. Certainly did. It helped him tonight. It's going to help him moving forward. This gave him the confidence to know that he can go the 10 rounds. And
oh, big left hand there from Martin, who says the fight's not over until the final bell rings, and there it is.
All in favor of your winner by unanimous decision. And still WBO International and WBC USA heavyweight champion from right here in Toledo, Ohio, Jared, the real big baby, Anderson!
Foul line, that is the foul line. Any blows on the belt are fouls. Touch your gloves, do it at the corner.
So we just saw Jared. Sometimes I got bored. It happens. I wasn't truly hurt. I was able to catch and block body shots, cover, roll under. I was still capable. I was fine.
But see, it's beautiful, but at the same time, it shows you something. You see flaws in what you're seeing. That's beautiful. You know, that's all I'm saying. It's a little bit more seasoning, and Top Rank believes that too, because that's why he's in the ring tonight against Rudenko. Rudenko's a tough veteran fight.
This afternoon, we were able to broadcast the fight on ESPN+. Alexander Usyk's 9th round. Jared showing angles and going to the body with a right hand.
Look at them angles. That's something new. We haven't
sure
seen.
is. Have not seen that work, and you saw it early on here a couple times.
That's what this is about. It's about him showcasing his full arsenal tonight against a guy that's tough, rugged, a guy that's going to bring it to him. He's going to have plenty of opportunities to land, but I don't know if he's...
Second time that Gary Ritter, veteran referee, has had to warn him. Good body work from Anderson. Another body shot, left hand to the body, and then stab jab, then comes with the right hand and sends him off balance here at the end of round number 1.
In today's boxing, guys don't fight enough. They don't fight often enough. You get the top fighters, you see them once, maybe twice a year. You got to think about it. Usyk just fought.
Set, being the prospect fringe contender he is at 23 years old, heck, full contender now. And you think about, hey, I want money, I want to make money. 23 years old in a division that's filled with veterans who aren't going to be there forever when you look at the top of the heavyweight division right now and you see across the ages of the top guys. Right hand trying to wrap around that guard from Rudenko. Anderson goes underneath and fires back. Was able to land to the body. Good right hand to the body. Comes up top with a headshot. Digs underneath to the body again. Right hand up top from Rudenko. Anderson really feels Martin. He got bored.
Yeah. And it's all about having supreme focus. That's the next level. Supreme focus. No matter what's going on, no matter what.
Solid body shots coming in from the undefeated Ohio native Jared Anderson. As we come to the end to deal with Tyson Fury.
I agree, 1,000%. That's the only fight that I want to see next for either guy.
Early against Rudenko. Bernardo.
Yeah, just spoke with Derry Riley and had a nice exchange with Jared Anderson. He said, just keep doing what you're doing. Stick to that jab. Keep digging to the body. Looked at him and said, I got you, coach.
He's landed 40.
And pull straight back, and his hands are not in place. So that's an adjustment by him and his team. Now he's fighting from the southpaw stance. That's the thing. He's ambidextrous.
But here he is as a southpaw. And he goes with a left hand to the body from that southpaw stance. So the back power hand, yet another body shot. And again.
Off his head. Stop.
I'm serious. He digging down at the guts. My goodness. I don't know how much more he or his corner to stop that.
5 more body punches from Jared Anderson, and again, and again, and again. Anderson's landed punches are body shots. So far tonight, it's 50, has 42 body punch connects as we start round number 4.
That's what it says a lot about his IQ, his ring IQ. He notices mistakes. He understands what he needs to do to get the victory. He knew going into this fight that he was going to have to stay focused and he's going to have to beat this man's defense.
Good dip to that left side, land another body punch. Two-punch combination to the belt line again. Digs with the left hand to the body. And now a combination from the southpaw stance with a split the guard, back left hand. Right hook trying to get around that guard. Long left hand to the body.
I don't know how on both sides, even to the solar plex with these body shots.
Takes an angle and goes to the body. By the way, I know you just mentioned Luis Alberto Lopez, Joet Gonzalez. Good IBF featherweight title fight on ESPN on September 15th. Lopez coming off that great, brutal TKO of Mick Conlon. Back.
Wait for that one. It's going to be exciting. I don't know who's going to win that match.
Moment. In 4 rounds, he landed 61 body punches. 61.
All right, now what you're seeing is Jared just changing up the cadence now, using speed as opposed to just punching power. Trying to switch things up a bit. Jared got to be careful not to hurt his hands on the head of Rudenko.
They were actually talking about that in the corner, Timmy. Does not look good at all here in round 5. Not at all. Look at this attack to the head. Anderson all over him. Headshot after headshot. Rudenko's not firing back, just covering up. Split the guard with a left hand. More power shots. Then he goes to the body in the mix of it. This is a brutal beating that Jared Anderson's putting down, and it ends in a TKO victory in 5.
There it is. He did it. No, but if he brings this type of defense and this type of offense into the ring with any of these top heavyweights out there, think about it. He has a dang good chance of beating any of these guys. So good performance by him. I'm glad he found the key. He got it done, and he's done something that a lot of these guys, and even Zhang.
By technical knockout, and still the WBC USA and WBO International Heavyweight Champion, Jared, the real big baby, Anderson.
A reminder,
Gentlemen, looking for a tough, clean fight tonight. Remember to obey all my commands and protect yourself at all times. Good luck to both of you.
That 5th round he had against Andre Rudenko, 40 unanswered punches as he hit the offense. He went to the body incredibly well, 51%.
Murray's just being calculated, taking his time, looking for the opportunity.
Being extremely patient.
If Murray just sits there and takes that jab, it's going to be easy pickings.
Boy, is it.
Easy pickings.
Oh. It's one thing to be patient, another thing to make patience look like hopelessness.
Murray already reacted to the feints. You see he dropped his right hand right there when Jared feinted. And look at the right hand. I mean, he's going to have to start mounting his attack sooner or later because he's the first round. Jared clearly won, and there is what he was looking for, timing. He's looking for Jared to just get a little lackadaisical mentally and trying to take advantage of his mistakes. It's a rule set in place. If there's no action going on, you can actually lose points. Why doesn't boxing?
As boxing really cranks up, the schedule really cranks up in May, Timmy.
Yes, it does. Maybe the next round, I would say. Is he here to win? Or is he here to survive?
Saying, listen, Jared's a high-volume guy. He's young. There's going to be times he falls in. He's off balance, and he wants to time him, but he's stressed at the right moments.
After his offense. And Jared has a high IQ. There he is, trying to take that angle again. Nice.
Place that right hand to the body there as Riyad was up against the ropes. And now unloading with headshots against Murray.
Nice counter roll right there from Murray.
Spoke with Samuel DeCuber, who is Murray's trainer, and he says, look, I want him to be more active. He's got to let his backhand go.
There's finally a combination thrown by Riyad Murray.
Yeah, he's looking for any moment Jared gets laxed.
There's a sweeping right hand across the belt line. It was a good body shot by Jared Anderson.
Good job.
Boring fights. Riyad needs to step on the gas. The heavy hands of Murray. Also, he doesn't want to get reckless. He understands what Murray's trying to do. And that's lure him in, making a mistake.
Trying to wrap that right hand around the guard was Jared Anderson. However, you have to assess the advantages you have if you're Jared Anderson and what you're capable of doing.
Stop. Good job.
I've had many conversations with him, you know, sidebar conversations during fights. It's dropping down. You see him drop down again?
Yep. Jared trying to pull down the guard with that lead hand. So now you're taking requests analysis.
Oh, he's closed the gap. He's starting to land shots.
Good body shot with the right hand, getting around that left elbow. Be the complete opposite of everything you're seeing here. On May 6th, early morning.
There's an uppercut.
There's the uppercut that sneaks in from that southpaw stance. Split the guard and then sent the uppercut. Putting forth that right jab. Now gets to the inside. Is able to dig in before they tie up. You know, and keep in mind, Riyad Murray, a cruiserweight who could campaign at that middle ground bridgerweight division.
I never want to see Murray again. Ever. Good shot right there from Jared.
There's a moment where Riyad fires back. Sweeping southpaw right hook from Jared Anderson.
Good shot.
And you could hear it, and you could see Riyad trying to shake it off. Recently, when he's been questioned about the path, and we discussed this earlier, you know, he said, we understand how the division shakes out right now. He said, guys like Deontay Wilder and Joe Parker, of course, the only other fighter to go the distance with them was a very different night. That was Charles Martin, who, Timmy, what positives do you take away? Went out, did your job, took care of business, but how does it advance you?
Well, one thing is his patience. It's definitely advancing his patience because he wants a knockout, but he's going about his business smartly.
If you're Riyad Murray, if you've gotten to the end of the tunnel and you can see the light, why not throw? Now he comes forward finally.
Not getting frustrated with the fact that he doesn't have a lot of competition coming back at him.
Ten rounds in the books. It's going to be a clean sweep.
All in favor of your winner by unanimous decision. And still WBO International and WBC USA Heavyweight Champ, Jared, the real big baby, Anderson.